more of these sports. Spitting the truth, it's Channing Crowder, greatest Dolphins who rock up 52. Solana one best of Miami, the voice of FIU. We reppin' to Miami, the Heat and the Panthers too. We reppin' for the Marlins, the Dolphins, that's how we do. We reppin' for the Crips, so it's always about the U. Hey Jimmy, please get a Pell on the phone and tell him that it's home. I finally got his name on the song, can't do it wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. You spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey,
hello.
Welcome to the show.
Nice to be here on this Tuesday. Rough one. Did you stay up late, watch the Marlins last night, Crowder?
I watched some basketball.
Yeah. You watched the Marlins last night, Solana?
No, I thought they won. I saw that they had taken a 4-2 lead, and I said, oh, all right, time to go to bed.
Took a 4-2 lead into the ninth and lost the game by 4. Not a good outing by Fairbanks, and it was Shohei Ohtani who got everything rolling there for the Dodgers. So I see you nodding your head, Jimmy. Did you stay up late last night and watch?
I did not, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, rough ending for the Fish last night.
It is Shohei Ohtani, though. Let's be honest.
But tonight, you get the matchup. This is the matchup everyone's, because it was just Shohei at bat. Tonight, you get the matchup. Shohei Ohtani on the mound versus Jansen Junk. I think this is the match that all of baseball has been waiting for. Ohtani versus Junk. This is something. I think you'll hear it on this station tonight, right? It's on the FM?
Yes, sir.
All right. FM 104.3. So I would say most of South Florida sports fans last night, in addition to watching basketball and hockey and the Marlins late one in LA, on social media, the conversation really revolved around Pat Riley and his end of season press conference, which it always does, by the way. You know, we had Tobin on the show yesterday, just saw him leave the studio. And yesterday I had asked him, I said, was there anything Pat could have said that satiated you? And he said, no, not really. And I kind of feel that's how the entirety of Heat Nation, on social media at least, felt. There was nothing short of Riley saying, you know, I don't know if I didn't listen to Tobin's show, but he was telling me as we were switching places here that he has figured it out, that the Heat are going to get Nikola Jokic.
He sold me.
Yeah, he told me in 30 seconds out in the hallway. He's like, because I told you yesterday, Pat Riley was super complimentary about Nikola Jovic. Jovic and Jokic are friends. They have the same agent. And Tobin was like, Jokic doesn't want to be in Denver. He doesn't want to play San Antonio and OKC for the next 5 seasons and have to try to get through them. Guy wants to go to the East. We know he and his brothers love Miami. Hey, we got plenty of tracks down here. You got Gulfstream Park. They love their horses. So maybe that'll happen. Let's speak it into existence.
I'm in.
Never going to happen. Be out.
I'm in.
Get
Sign
out.
me up.
It's like the movie, Get Out. There's a little drip of blood coming out of my nose. Get out. But I don't think there was much of anything that would have satiated Heat fans yesterday from Pat Riley, aside from him saying, hey, we're going to get Nikola Jokic during the offseason. Trust me, it's going to happen. Like, there was nothing he was going to say after that season. And after the offseason, you know, the trade deadline in the middle of the season when people were already starting to be out on him, and then you get to the play-in and you can't even get past the play-in this time. Watching Damon Jones get perp walked here. Old Damon Jones, man.
He's doing what I expect everybody else to do, or maybe should do, which is just start snitching.
Yeah, I mean, you got to plead guilty, and I don't know what kind of time he's going to get, but he's pleading guilty to giving a heads up, I know, about LeBron being injured to some gamblers, and also using his notoriety and fame to draw people to this rigged poker game that he was part of. Old Damon Jones. And there's going to be more charges I saw against Terry Rozier
more
filed,
charges,
so
yeah.
this is a wild story that involves.
Didn't we expect this once gambling got in sports legally? Like, people know things.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways to, and they are trying. There are ways to negate a lot of the info, right? So the sports books now, Hard Rock included, do the injury insurance. So if your player leaves in the first half due to injury, the bet gets refunded, right? So that would be a way to mitigate someone knowing. Who was it? Was it Terry Rozier that was going in for no, it was that other guy? Was it Jonte Porter maybe? Who would go in and then immediately come out of the game after, a minute and a half and told everyone to bet all the unders. Yeah. So there's ways to mitigate that by doing injury insurance. There's ways to mitigate, which they do. A lot of these stories come to bear by the casinos and the sports books all subscribe to this same protective service, which shows, odd betting patterns where all of a sudden, if there's normally $14 bet on Jonte Porter unders, and then there's $40,000 bet on Jonte Porter unders, it immediately sets off alarm bells. Same thing happens a lot now in UFC and MMA, which is if you see weird betting patterns start to happen, because obviously when it's a solo battle, UFC or MMA, it's a lot easier to throw something, right? If you're the only guy that it matters, so they look for betting anomalies in that. But yes, to answer your question, Crowder, the moment betting and gambling becomes mainstream, Pat Riley talked about this yesterday in the press conference, but the moment that this stuff becomes so widespread and prevalent, you're going to have this kind of stuff, which is why the NBA and the government like to make examples out of guys like Damon Jones and say, hey, everything ends. Like, there's no coming back from this. I mean, we'll see if that happens. Break your microphone?
Broke my microphone.
Yeah, there you go.
And my joy today was the Le'Veon Bell stuff y'all sent me about Adam Gase. That was my joy all morning, was watching that over and over again. Le'Veon Bell is special.
Look at Jimmy laughing. Solana broke the microphone. This is the same reaction that he had when I broke the microphone.
But I didn't do anything. I
saw you. You yanked on it.
No, don't use the word.
No.
Don't use
your mic. You play with your mic a lot.
Don't use the word yank.
We have it on video. We have it on video.
Okay, I'd like to go back.
Did you two-hand it?
Don't.
Did you two-hand it?
No, I only one-handed.
Did you two-hand?
Only one-handed.
I saw you two-handed.
I one-handed. It was just a little tap.
We'll look back on the video.
Okay, yeah, because a yank is like that's a strong adjective you're using there.
Well, these things aren't put together with toothpicks.
Well, I think that's the issue here. It's not my yank as much as it is, this material.
And yank isn't an adjective either. It's a verb.
It's a verb, yeah. That's what I meant.
Did he say adjective?
He said that's a strong adjective you're using. You try to sound so smart.
Hey, only one of the two of us has a college degree, so I don't know what you're doing over there. I was just gonna say, as now I hold my microphone. It's Hawk, as they're showing Damon Jones doing a perp walk on ESPN talking about it. What do they have beneath that story?
The lines.
The line.
Scroll.
The scroll with the clicker showing you lines to bet on tonight's game. This is laughable.
There's no but here's what I would say to you. It's not laughable. That is gambling. Sports gambling is mainstream. So this to me is like anyone who's going to stand on the mountaintop and say, oh, it would be better if there was no lottery or whatever.
Oh, no.
This is reality. And people used to feel that way about billboards on the outfield walls and on the dasher boards at hockey games. When I was growing up, I mean, the dasher boards were white. That was it. They'd have some lines on them, but there was no advertisements. So while I understand that you say it's laughable, it's not. It's the reality of the world we live in. And now you've got these markets too, like Kalshi and Poly Market, which make it even more prevalent.
But when I say it's laughable, I'm not suggesting eliminate sports gambling. Let's go back to it being illegal. That's not what I mean by that. I'm saying the idea that young players, especially in college, we see the kid now that I sent it to you guys. He has to go to gambling rehab. The idea that young players presented with the opportunity by people around them who have ulterior motives to make money that don't understand how severe these implications are when you gamble, and then professional athletes who can control whether or not money gets put in your pocketbook or their friend's pocketbook. The idea that there aren't going to be instances like Terry Rozier is laughable. That's all I meant. I'm not suggesting get rid of it.
No. And it's going to happen, which is why they make examples of this to try to scare it out of people for the future. But listen, this has been going on. I mean, there's been fixing
Donovan, the referee.
Billy Donovan.
He was fixing games,
Tim Donaghy.
Tim Donaghy,
yeah.
Donaghy, he was fixing games. What was that, the 90s?
Yeah, I mean, listen, as long as there's been numbers runners, which is the old name for bookies, there's been guys throwing fights. I mean, that was the whole thing in the movie that we was it Harlem Nights? I mean, that's the entirety of the plot line is the champ throwing the fight because they're all going to get rich off it. So it's nothing new. It just becomes easier. Look at Jimmy. Jimmy is in, hysterics that you broke the microphone, which is what he did to me when I broke the microphone. He is in hysterics. Did they take the microphone that I broke and just put it over there? And now you rebroke it?
I don't know. Are you going to take the fall for this one as well?
You want me to?
Well, your name around here carries a bit more weight than mine.
Yeah. No, I'm going to go tell the engineers, though, that you yanked on the microphone and it cracked it. What's it worth to you for me to take the
Nah, it's fine. I'll go over there.
Yeah. You can take the same approach I did.
It's broken.
I know. I saw you crack it.
Snapped in half.
Yeah, I saw it. After you yanked down on it.
But what kind of system? No, I didn't yank. Stop
You
using
did yank. We watched you yank. We're on video.
We'll go to the tape. I've got the tape. We'll go to the tape.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go to the tape.
All right, well, in the next segment, because I got to wait for us to go to break.
And do you want to acknowledge you two-handed it?
I may have two-handed
You two-handed it.
I may.
You two-handed it.
Right, but if anything, two hands provides more stability.
Or more torque.
Torque, power.
Yeah.
It's possible. I have been working out a lot of whey as well.
Yeah.
So
You drink extra serving of whey.
Was today a glute day?
I've got my protein.
No way.
Today push or pull day.
Today was push.
Yeah,
push.
You got a lot of pent up hostilities. All right, let's do headlines here. Yesterday was National Prime Rib Day as well. Aronde Gadsden's going to join us. I want to talk to him about that. Clay Ferrero's going to join us. Leroy Horde, when he was leaving, was talking to me again about the prime rib, going, I just don't get it. It's fat, it's loose, it's bloody.
Prime rib do y'all eat?
The same kind that you do.
Fat and loose.
Yeah,
Loose and bloody.
Right. That's right. It's all drippy and bloody. It's like a wet mess. It's disgusting. It ruins the plate. It's like, and he's like, and Leroy's like, yeah, and people go, oh, I mean, this cuts like butter, and he's like, that's because you're cutting all fat. Of course, it's like butter. It's like a big
gelatinous. It's a circle of meat. It's literally a circle of meat.
It's a big gelatinous blob of fat that has like two edible pieces of meat in the middle of it, but you can't eat them because they're bloody. It's like eating a sponge. They're soaking wet with blood water.
Goodness gracious.
No, I think you mentioned it yesterday. We didn't get to talk about it because I was driving, but it's the carving station. That's all it is. Like, people love a carving station no matter where they're at.
Also is like, I don't get it. The guy's gonna cut the shave that he thinks I want. Yeah, they get all defensive if it's like, hey, start here. I want you to go on a semicircular motion, but then I want you to come in real close.
Right, like if there's some sort of engineer that studied carving.
Oh, you're so special because you got the carving station. Yeah, okay, buddy. I see right through you.
What about the turkey carving station with the sandwich?
Much better than the prime rib, I'll tell you that. They have a turkey. If they have the turkey and the prime rib, turkey all day long.
Come on, man. Prime rib is elite cut of beef.
You're hypnotized.
No, it's an elite cut of beef.
Nope.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
I don't think that's true.
It is true.
I think you think it is.
That's what I said. You're hypnotized. That's
Oh,
why they used to give it away in Vegas. Used to be the prime rib was, $1.50 in Vegas. You know why it was
$1.50.
It was $1.50 in Vegas. You know why? Because it's not an elite cut of meat.
I would listen. You said it yesterday. I would rather take a filet, but you're acting like prime rib is just a throwaway. It's a hot dog. It's not a hot dog. It's delicious.
No, I would like it if someone would cook it. They just don't cook these things because they got to get them out to the carving station. It's never timed right. So it's always this big gelatinous blood water, this spongy mess. Anyway,
Ridiculous.
We'll talk about that. The Eagles are bringing their Long Goodbye Act 3 tour to Hard Rock Live May 13th. We have a pair of tickets every day this week. Today, your chance will be at 4:20. 4:20 this afternoon. We will give away a pair of tickets for the Eagles at Hard Rock Live May 13th. If you want to purchase tickets, you can go to casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood and go to the events page. I'm guessing you're watching the replay because I saw you fist pump.
One-hander.
You sure?
100%. One-handed. And, bro, I tapped this microphone. I mean, this video will keep me from getting fired 100%.
I think you double-handed it. I think you're
I'm looking at the video.
I think you're looking late in the video.
Okay.
Anyway, we've got Eagles tickets every day this week. Today, your chance is at 4:20 in the afternoon.
Prime rib is considered one of the best cuts of meat. It's a luxurious cut of beef known for its intense marbling, rich flavor, exceptional tenderness, and a premier roast cut from the rib section makes it a popular choice for special eaters.
Were you reading that off the Woodfield Country Club menu?
Y'all are crazy. Prime rib is a good cut of meat.
Headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
I just want to go back to before we saw Damon Jones and his perp walk. Your conversation that you saw a lot of Heat fans upset with what Pat Riley was saying. What could Pat Riley have said yesterday within the parameters of what the rules allow?
Couldn't have. Nothing.
Like, I take all the blame and I stink.
It's the same thing. Yes. It's the same thing if you have someone come on the show. When Mario Cristobal comes on the show and they've lost a game and then people text Joe, oh, you let him off easy. All they want is for you to yell at them. You stink. You don't know what you're doing. Like, everybody's like, oh, you don't ask any of the tough questions. And it's like, no, you just want to yell at the guy because you're angry that they lost a game. People are angry that Pat Riley, the criticism has been that he's asleep at the wheel for a number of seasons now. Yeah. He's telling you different. They don't want to hear different. They're tired of the play-in 4 seasons in a row. They're tired of the whiffing on Dame Lillard and Giannis and KD. Or when I say whiffing, doesn't even mean that they tried. They may have decided against it. There was nothing, zero, that Pat Riley could have said that was going to change the minds of those who have already made up their minds about him.
But what I'm confused about is I see this a lot, especially from like Twitter accounts that I engage with, that I follow, who are tagging Barry Jackson and Anthony Chang and Ira and saying, you guys better hold them accountable tomorrow. And I'm sitting there saying, what do you want? Like, Ira always asks tough questions. It's why Heat players and Coach Spo constantly tease him, because they're just sick of the fact that when there's an issue or there's a questionable situation, he's there to ask it.
And
they're like, hold them accountable.
Well,
what do they want?
People have an outsized idea of what the media can do, but I will tell you that we're the only people who get to talk to the people that they're frustrated with. And so they want us to do what they're doing on their text threads with their friends, which is yell and just say you stink. When they say hold them accountable, it's not, hey, ask them a really tough question. It's tell him he stinks and he should retire and you're too old.
I would say that hard because I've been critical of this roster the entire year. How do you form that question to Pat Riley that your roster is not as good as championship teams?
He knows. He's sitting there giving his end of season press conference on April 28th while there's 12 teams still playing basketball.
Yeah, he spoke on Khalil Ware and Bam playing together, the big lineup. He spoke on everything. It's just not – they want Barry Jackson to cuss him out. Barry Jackson's not going to cuss him out.
Think about all the times I have received tweets and DMs from people about how I'm the reason they kept Tua too long. Like you know what I mean? Like, but we have access to the teams and the personnel, and then the fans have access to us. And so we're getting, it's like the game of telephone, but we're getting a lot of what they want to be saying. They just want it to be heard by a larger audience.
I just see that a lot. Like fans upset with the reporters in the Dolphins locker room for not going after Chris Greer, yelling at Joe Schad and Furones. And it's like, hey, those guys ask the right questions.
But they don't want the right questions asked. They want them to berate Chris Greer in the locker room and say, you stink at this. You're so bad. Admit it. Like they want them to browbeat them. And it's like, that ain't happening.
Barry Jackson wrote 18,000 articles on Bam and Khalil and asked Coach Spo a lot of tough questions about that pairing throughout the entire course of the season. What, that's not good enough for anybody? Like the idea that, because I see it so much, the idea that we're in the Heat's pockets is so effing stupid that I don't understand why it's like a common narrative on social media. It's so mind-numbingly dumb.
Well, listen, if you look at social media a lot, that could be descriptive of just about anything that goes on there. It's mind-numbingly dumb. All right, give us that.
Parents' basement.
Time with Clay and then with OG. We'll play a little talk about it Tuesday today as well.
My hand's a little numb holding this microphone. All right, so the Marlins will play again tonight. Hawk mentioned it. You do have Shohei Ohtani set to pitch tonight. And in the NBA last night, nothing that I predicted happened other than Minnesota ending up not covering the 11.5-point spread. But I suggested an alternate line. The Orlando Magic are choking out the Detroit Pistons, who stink.
Crazy, man.
Stink.
This reminds me, remember that Atlanta team that was a great regular season team, and then you get to the postseason, you go, if Cade Cunningham isn't Superman, they're kind of dead in the water.
But at least that Atlanta team lost to LeBron and the Cavs.
Right.
This
is
team
Orlando.
Is losing to Desmond Bain.
By the way, did you see
Jamal
Orlando's
Cain.
stats last night? Like, Detroit should have won. If you look at the stats, Detroit wins that game by 30.
Don't say Desmond Bain. Don't disrespect Desmond Bain now that I watch a couple of these games.
No, I'm not disrespecting him, but the idea that
he ain't LeBron.
Yeah, Desmond Bain isn't even playing well. Like Jamal Cain is just locked down Cade Cunningham in the fourth quarter, and Detroit has no answers. Zero against Orlando. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Not just because I lost money on it.
I lost money too because I went with your foolishness.
The Nuggets won.
Look at the Orlando's numbers last night. Banchero 4 of 18 from the field. Suggs was 1 of 13 from the field.
No, I mean, what they're doing, they wanted it this way, Hawk. They want it ugly, in the mud, muck it up. And it's working.
Yeah, but by ugly, they don't want their shooter going 1 of 13 and 4 of 18.
Right, but when he gets to the free throw line 13 times, he goes 10 of 13 at the line. Like that right there is huge for them.
Desmond Green Light Bain. He would pull up from anywhere.
Yeah, we know you did an interview with him on the Pivot. We know. Did you see?
He's my friend.
He banked
I got his phone number.
He banked in what ended up being like the dagger yesterday. They panned to John Morant on the sideline. Did any of you see this?
Yeah, he did the guns.
The guns.
Yeah. He's just like, what are you doing?
He's gonna get fined as a spectator.
But I also feel like, hey man, like you're auditioning for teams. Like you want to go somewhere and you want a team to give you massive money. Like, be on your best behavior.
Crazy. There's NBA playoff games tonight as well. I'll get into it. coming up in the next segment or in the next hour. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 84 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the low 70s. That weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
All right, Clay Ferrero going to join us in the next segment. Cheetah Pompano, and Solana's going to go try to get his microphone fixed. Cheetah Pompano, great spot to watch a game or a fight. They got VIP areas, 4 stages of entertainment, and of course, the most beautiful ladies in South Florida. And Cheetah Pompano has that amazing complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. every day. And by the way, if you think it's just a guy at a carving station with some prime rib in front of him, it's not. It's a full-fledged menu, and you can get whatever you want. You can get salads, you can get sandwiches, you can get flatbreads, you can get wings. I mean, you can just get anything, and it's all phenomenal food. And then they have happy hour specials till 6 every day as well. They have a full dinner menu in the evening. Don't forget, if you're planning a bachelor party, there's no better place to have it than Cheetah Pompano or Cheetah Palm Beach. You can get all the details online, or you could stop in at either of the clubs, get all the details there. Every day is a great day at Cheetah Pompano Beach. Make sure you visit Cheetah Palm Beach. Get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Marlins pitching coach is visiting Yuri right now. I'll give you $10 if you know the pitching coach's name.
Sam.
Got what you
Our friend Clay Ferrero is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. And Clay, of course, you watch on Local 10. Remind everybody, too, before we talk to Clay here, Whiskey Stars and Cigars, presented by Ed Morse Sawgrass Auto Mall, returns Friday, May 8th. You'll be able to talk sports and hang out with the QAM staff at Tabacón Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. The entire staff but me. I will not be there. Enjoy a nice Scotch whiskey from Johnny Walker and a smooth cigar from Drew Estate. The event is free. Just come on out. It starts at 6 p.m. You can get all the info at WQAM.com. Got to be 21 or older. And again, it's May 8th. Tabacón Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. Whiskey Stars and Cigars, presented by Ed Morse Sawgrass Auto Mall. 4 brands, 1 location. Your local Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Chevy dealer. Clay, is there anything, this is a conversation that we started having yesterday and we've continued today. Is there anything that Pat Riley could have said yesterday at his end of season presser that would have satiated the Heat fans who are tired of him?
I probably not. I mean, I think at this point people want to see actions. Words don't do a whole lot of good. I mean, I like the tone. I also liked the idea that he did mention that they're going to start looking at player availability and stuff like that. I think when you look at some of the comments that he made, I think it certainly lines up with the idea that, like Tyler Hero, he's been unable to stay on the floor. And so like when they start to look at the players that they may be targeting, I don't think it's just about that. I think it's also about players who are currently on the roster who have trouble staying on the floor. So I felt like there were a few things in that message that, I thought Riley needed to say, but I also, to answer your question, I don't think any of it matters until we actually see the actions back it up.
And Clay, would that turn off potential free agents or trades and stuff? Where is that an outdated thought? Because guys aren't playing 80 games anymore. We were watching Michael Jordan in the 90s. Guys don't play 80 games any longer. That might, would that turn off potential free agents when he brings that up about Jimmy, Tyler, and now this year he brought it up again?
Well, I think it depends on the type of player you're looking for. And I think, man, they want to get back to their identity. And I will say this, I feel like the identity has eroded over the last couple of years. And, the identity has always been based on the tough defense, I know the whole tough is hardworking, best conditioned, all that stuff. But, if you're going to preach that, then I also think that you got to be about it. And if you look back at the last couple of years, you have some players who are, certainly I think Bam Adebayo is about that. Pelle Larsson is somebody that I feel like, man, the identity is there with those two guys. And yet then when you see players missing so much time, I feel like if there's a player that would be turned off by that, I don't know that necessarily that's a player that you want to go after. I feel like those are the types of guys that are going to be winners, and they're going to fit into this culture and this organization. Say what you want about Heat culture and all that stuff, but I feel like at the very least in the past, you could lean on that and you would know what this team was going to bring to the table. I just feel like despite the fact that, the team won more games this year than they did last year, it just felt like that identity had gone away a bit. And I think the sooner you can get back to that, the better.
Yesterday, Clay, Pat Riley made it very clear, A, he's not retiring, B, he'll quit before he is a part of a tank. And we know the Heat aren't going to tank. But do you believe that everybody top to bottom in terms of the decision makers, the people at the table, right? The Ayersons, Adam Simon, Spo, Andy Ellisberg, Pat Riley, are they all aligned with that philosophy? I know what they say, but do you believe they're aligned in the philosophy of right now in the modern NBA, you can still do it the way that they've done it in the past, which is via trade and via free agency?
I think their actions are going to tell us. I think the actions recently have told us they are aligned for better and in recent years worse. So let's see what happens. I also think the word tank is one that I think you can take any number of ways. And I think, they're going to say they're not going to tank. But that also doesn't mean that you're not going to be realistic about where you are right now and what you may need to be. When Pat Riley comes out and says something about wanting to have salary cap space in 2027, I don't know how you do that unless you're getting all guys on a one-year contract or. So My feeling is that, I don't see them tanking per se, but look what the Miami Dolphins are doing right now. Are we going to call that a tank, or is that? And I get it; it's a different league, different salary cap rules. But I feel like this is a needed reset for that organization, and I feel like maybe that's something that we could see the Miami Heat do this year if they can't go out and get one of those top end players that you're hearing all the names circling right now.
And to do that, they got to have the young guys play. And do you feel as if Pat and Spo on the same page about Khalil? Because it sounds like, he kind of said, like, I don't know why he wasn't getting as many minutes, but, we'll figure that out, dude. Because Pat is buying the groceries, Clay, but Spo has to cook them. And it don't seem like he wants to cook Khalil Ware anymore.
Well, yeah, and I think that is something they have to figure out. And again, this is, and I hate sounding like a broken record on this, but the actions have to back it up, not just from an organizational perspective, but also from a coaching perspective. And I could see a world, Channing, where what they decide to do this year, and frankly, I think this would be the best thing to do. Play Bam and Khalil together. Lean into the guys on your roster that you feel like build that identity that you've tried to build for so long, and you did build for so long, and record wins and losses be darned. I don't think that's tanking. I think if you go out there, you put together a core of some of the young guys that you really like, bam, and then lean into the toughness, the defense, the stuff that you've tried to do. Then come 2027, you try to make your spot. To me, that would be better than what they did this year, which is tinkering. Stop tinkering. Don't do that anymore. Don't try to bring in veterans that you don't know if they're going to align with what you're doing long term. Have a year where you do that sort of a thing. And again, to get back to your question, I think that has to be with Bam and Khalil together, and you have to figure out a way to make that work. Khalil's young, like very impressionable. Just because there may be a few things here and there that you didn't like this past season. I think those are the types of players that, man, you keep working with them and building that identity in the building and building that identity with the player, that things can turn, and they can turn pretty quickly. But it only happens if you play them.
Do you like prime rib?
It's fine.
It's overblown, right? People get so excited.
You're leading the witness. You're leading the witness.
You just said it's fine.
No,
it's overblown. People get all excited about National Prime Rib Day was yesterday. And I was saying to Crowder, I think that prime rib is this overrated meal and I find it to be a bloody, wet mess that's disgusting anyway.
I
think
object.
It's riddled with fat. You're out of line.
But again, you gotta remember who you're talking to here. Like I'm taking a cheeseburger over a steak all the time.
Well, that is true. You've told us that before. But prime rib itself, people get like just wildly excited when they see a prime rib carving station. And me, it turns my stomach when I see a prime rib carving station because it's just this fatty, gelatinous, wet blood mess.
As always, you find a way to take things just a step too far. Like I'd be happy with a prime rib sandwich with au jus. Like I'm good with that, but yes. I'm not going out of my way to build my meal around prime rib. But it also doesn't make me vomitous. Like I'm not gonna like walk by the station and feel.
But you would acknowledge if you do if you end up at that carving station because there's nothing else. Everything on the plate gets defiled by the bloody water mess that's like soaking all through. So your potatoes and bread, everything is just soaking in this prime rib blood water.
Wouldn't you just get a second plate and put the meat on there?
Settle down, Clay. Not all of us have the faculties. I just wanted to get your opinion. The Dolphins draft. How do you feel like John Eric Sullivan did in his first draft as Dolphins GM? Do you see the vision? Do you feel like it's headed in the right direction?
I see the vision. I feel like they're heading in the direction that they've told us they're going to. Now, like his background, I love the NFL draft. I love studying this stuff. I get into it hardcore. But the more I have, the less I realize I know. And so like to sit here and give out the draft grade stuff, and say, this is like, man, we have no idea. There is no way that we have the information that they do. With that said, I would have taken Caleb Downs with the first pick. I just think he's going to be so good in the NFL.
Over
I
Ruben
just love
Bain?
everything about the guy. Yes, huge fan of Downs. And the thing about Bain is you have to have a vision for what you're going to do with him. And I do think that, man, Tampa, I think he's in a great situation there. I don't know that the Dolphins are in a position to draft players that, like, you need to kind of plug into certain spots. And what I mean by that is, look, the short arms thing, I know there was a lot of talk about it. There was some analysis on him and specific metrics in where he lines up. And there are certain times where when he lines up, it does show up in win rate and stuff like that. Like, so it does cause issues when he's in certain spots. And so you have to have a vision for him. And if Jeff Hafley looks and he says, yeah, you know what? I don't know that that's going to fit what I want to do on defense. I'm okay with that. When you draft an offensive lineman like Caden Proctor, assuming you feel good about the makeup, and I know a lot of the questions about the weight and things like that, but if you feel good about the makeup of Proctor, the physical gifts are just undeniable. And so I am all on board with building from the offensive line, doing the stuff they did. I like Rodriguez a lot. Chris Johnson, talk about like vision for the player. Hafley was raving about him. So we just have to admit that we don't know as much as they do with what they want to do. But I love that they not only used all their picks, but again, I would have taken Downs, but at least they got a couple of fifths that they're able to bring in guys there. So this is a full-on reset for the organization. And so I think the more picks you can get, the more you can start to build the culture with those new guys, the better. And, the real results, the real grades will be 3-4 years from now.
Yeah, Clay, you're 100%. We don't know what these young guys can do. Rodriguez, Proctor's big. Like, they look good on paper, but I did see the change in philosophy where we were a track meet team. They didn't draft anybody under 6 feet till the 5th round. We have 8 picks over 6 feet. That thought that we're going to get bigger now. That's what I saw in the draft. Do you like that approach? Because I do, but I'm old school.
No, I do a lot. I love it. And I also think that it's needed. And when what I love about what the Dolphins, what John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley have done, and again, I hate saying this because it's like, we got to wait for the results, but they came in, they told us what they were going to do, and they did it. And everything that they have said has made a lot of sense. Everything they have done has backed up the sensical things that they have said so far. Now, that purely sensible line of thinking and actions could lead to 6-11 for the next 3 years, and I'm an idiot. But I just really think that what they're doing is building a foundation, a core that is going to be sustainable, which is all the Dolphins fans have wanted for a long time. Build a team that can get back to the playoffs consistently. That's the only way that you can start winning playoff games again. And then we'll worry about winning a Super Bowl down the line. But I'm with you. I like what they did.
So no Super Bowl next season, though.
No, that's not happening.
All right, just checking. Clay
When you
Ferrero,
talk Miami, you do not talk Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's it. That's going to be the next year's theme song. When you talk Miami, you're not talking Super Bowl. You're talking nowhere near Super Bowl.
It's a terrible song.
Yeah,
5-12.
This song needs to be massaged. Clay Ferrero, watch him on Local 10. Thank you, Clay.
All right, take care, fellas.
We will take a break. We'll come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Jimmy, you know how to make a hot tea?
No, I do not.
You know the ingredients of tea?
Water.
Okay. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Get ready for that 3 o'clock. And it's here. Rondé Gadsden's going to join us in the 3 o'clock hour. There is some breaking news from the University of Miami, although we knew this last week, but it is official now. Dan Radakovich is retiring. Miami Hurricanes tweeted out, "Thank you for everything, Dan. After a legendary run, Miami AD Dan Radakovich is retiring June 1st from a college football playoff national championship appearance to record-breaking GPAs and a 94% graduation rate. He's leaving the U, having made a tremendous impact." So Dan Radakovich certainly leaves the athletic department in good standing, right? It's been a minute before it's felt this good.
Yeah, he changed things. He's staying around. I heard yesterday y'all was talking about he was going to be an advisor or something, but he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Although, now that you say that, I actually would be surprised. I think he's not from down here, is he? Isn't he from like the Carolinas?
Didn't he come from Clemson?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I would imagine that that he moves on. They have a fresh start. Everybody's been talking about Michael Yormark seems to be the guy that the University of Miami is interested in. I hope that's not the case. Michael Yormark was reviled as the president of the Florida Panthers. He had no friends, no fans, and was not a good guy. And so I hope it is not Michael Yormark, although that seems to be who they're hiring.
Michael Yormark is prime rib, huh?
Michael Yormark, he runs Rock Nation right now. Michael Yormark, and his brother is the commissioner of the Big 12. And I just know too many people over the course of time who have worked for Yormark at the Panthers, and no good, no bueno. So
it's kind of surprising, only because when you make the change for AD, things started trending in the right direction. So isn't it a little surprising that they're making this change now with Radakovich?
Well, they're not making the change. He's retiring. His contract's up. He's retiring.
But what wasn't there some reporting that this is more so like moving him out?
Not that I've seen. This is Dan Radakovich retiring. So yeah, I don't think they'd be moving him out with the success that they're having right now.
I was going to say, well, what the basketball team turned around with Jay Lucas and the football team, what they've done. Like, I don't think you can't fire a guy that's done what he did over the last couple of years.
Well, that was my point. Like, before Radakovich got here, what was the biggest criticism, not just of UM football, but UM athletics, that they weren't putting the right amount of resources into the athletics program, especially the football program. And from what I understand, the first person that was here that finally got the president of UM, I know it was a different person at the time, to finally commit major resources, go get Cristobal, that was Dan Radakovich.
I'm not so certain.
It's 305. Dale.
Bless. Dale.
Dale.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
Because wasn't it Julio Frank?
He was the president.
Is he the one who hired Dan Radakovich?
Yeah.
305 is sponsored by Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family. By the way, the Eagles are bringing their long goodbye Act 3 to Hard Rock Live May 13th. And we've got a pair of tickets every day this week. For your chance to win, make sure you're listening today at 4:20. The tickets will be given away today at 4:20. If you want to purchase tickets, go to casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood and go to the events page, or listen today at 4:20.
So Wikipedia says that Radakovich got here in 2021 and Mario Cristobal got here in 2022.
No, I remember how the timeline worked.
Oh, I remember Radakovich being the guy who brought in Mario. Now, Mario, when I say brought him in, he was leaving Oregon, and
could have stayed at Oregon.
Could have, but he wanted this job,
and
I think people were done with Manny at that point. And then he oversaw, obviously, the hiring of Jay Lucas for the basketball program.
But the timeline, the way it works out in my head, and again, I could be wrong. Like, this is several years ago. but Manny Diaz gets fired because the Hurricanes have a chance to go get Mario Cristobal. The Hurricanes of maybe 10 years ago, the UM Athletics program of 10 years ago, doesn't have the resources to go get a name like Mario Cristobal, knowing, okay, maybe they could have paid him, but would they have been able to pay him and the staff that Mario Cristobal wants to put together?
Well, again, though, I from what I recall, it was the university deciding we're going to put resources behind it, and one of the things we're going to do is bring in Dan Radakovich.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily certain it was the reverse, but it doesn't matter regardless. The real game changer was NIL.
Right.
Yep.
Beyond what the university was putting into it, there was enough money in the NIL program to bring in some premier athletes.
We were doing this show way before 2022. And then we started hearing about the collective. And that was part of Radakovich getting that collective together. And that's when the guys started getting paid. And that's when they started getting All-Americans.
Because I remember there was that Kirk Herbstreit segment
he was
on
like,
game
hey,
day.
bleep or get off the pot.
He's like, what the hell is going on in Miami? Like, do they not care about the football program? And he was kind of the first one. And people had been talking about it down here for a long time, obviously. Because I remember going back to like Shalala, who didn't even know how to put up the U properly on the UM's own promotional video. She's putting up the U like she's doing Wu-Tang Clan. And I remember Kirk Herbstreit was really the one that brought it to like that national level of, hey, does the University of Miami care about the football program? Now we know that they do, obviously.
Now, let's get to the important stuff. Rondé Gadsden's going to join us, and we're going to get headlines here in a second. Shake Shack has added something to the menu. This from the New York Post. Shake Shack's summer menu is smoking hot, and it features an innovation. As part of its smoky barbecue summer menu, Shake Shack has introduced a barbecue boneless baby back rib sandwich, marking the first of its kind sandwich for the company. The McRib, for all intents and purposes, is now available at Shake Shack. The new sandwich, available Tuesday, April 28th, which is today, along with a new side, mac and cheese, will drop with the seasonal menu and build on the popularity of previous barbecue offerings at Shake Shack. The sandwich, listen to this, their boneless baby back rib sandwich. The sandwich features boneless, 100% baby back pork ribs topped with Shake Shack's classic barbecue sauce, coleslaw, and pickles on a toasted potato bun for $12.99. According to the company, the baby back pork ribs are hand deboned, slow cooked for 9 hours, and marinated in a proprietary barbecue spice blend with apple cider vinegar, reflecting the depth and tradition of authentic backyard barbecue.
Sold.
That sounds phenomenal. I sent it to Arande this morning. I sent it to Gino Toretta and Brian Bishop this morning. That is, and I'm ride or die McRib.
Yeah.
This is an actual deboned slab of baby back ribs. I don't believe anything gets deboned on the McRib. This is big news.
For years, you tried to convince me to go to In-N-Out and Shake Shack and burger places and do this. Shake Shack got me for a sandwich for $12. Real ribs? Come on, man.
Ribs.
And mac and cheese. I think they're tending more to me and OG than they are to y'all two.
I am excited about this, man. I believe I'll be getting that tonight after the show. I'm going to go get one of these boneless barbecue baby back rib sandwiches at Shake Shack.
How much are these things?
$12.99 is what the New York Post says.
That's it?
That's it.
That's an expensive sandwich now. $13?
Not if it's rib meat.
Rib meat that's hand deboned.
Because a burger's got to be $8-9, and this is rib meat.
Is it a combo?
I doubt it. I'm guessing the $12.99 is just the sandwich.
It's pretty cheap. Honestly,
I
man.
think so. And Shake Shack is notoriously expensive, man. You go to Shake Shack. If I go with Lori and DJ to Shake Shack, $90.
Yeah.
Easy.
$90.
That's right.
For 3 people.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's easy, $30 a person. At Shake
Burger,
Shack.
fries, and a shake.
Yeah.
3 burgers, fries, and a shake, $90.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. I'm not even exaggerating.
Wow.
Like, it is $90. So this sounds to me like a pretty fire version of the McRib. The only thing it's missing is, the oblongity.
I don't know if that's a word.
Because I prefer an oblong. Any sandwich oblong is going to be better than a circular sandwich. That's just fact. But I'll try this.
I will have one before the end of the week.
I think I may have one tonight. There's a Shake Shack on Glades Road, and Lori's out of town. And I think I may just stop at Shake Shack tonight on the way home.
Wow.
Get myself a rib sandwich or 2.
Treat yourself, huh?
Treat yourself Tuesday. Treat yourself Tuesday. I just coined that.
Treat yourself.
Let's get headlines here. Brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
All right, let's go to the tape here just because
All right.
I took the time to edit it. This is me in the
Steph
first hour.
came in, our engineer. He fixed the microphone that Solana broke in the first segment and did so in very timely fashion and with very little complaining. But here is the video of Solana breaking his mic. Well, that's after it's already broken, no?
There you go. I just touch it. Boom.
Look at that.
Snaps
You see
in
it?
half.
Look at see how you brought that down with a lot of torque?
But there's no torque. It literally
Look
just
at that.
tap it.
Look at that. Oh.
But you see, it's just one hand. Hand.
Oh, that's a violent little hand.
Yeah. You pulled down on that like it was an emergency lever.
Yeah.
Why
Not
you
my
fool
fault.
with the mic? Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Don't touch it. It'll grow.
It didn't work for him as a person. You know what I saw on the thread, and I looked it up, and it's true. Deanna Rossini's husband is a corporate executive at Shake Shack.
Is that so?
So they put a little battery in his back. He had to come out with rib sandwiches once this Rabel thing
no,
happened.
but now you see he was obviously busy for the last couple of years creating perhaps the greatest fast food item, but he did so maybe at the expense of his marriage.
I gotta get me a rib sandwich now.
Who's the winner in the Diana Rossini debacle? I am.
The stuff coming out is hilarious. I know we don't want to get into
Somebody says a
judging
Whopper
them.
is $9.99. Is that true?
Yeah.
A Whopper is $9.99?
Yeah, the meal is
the meal.
right, but still.
Okay.
Like we're talking about a Whopper.
But no, Wendy's sandwiches are $1. They have 2 for $2s and all that stuff.
Nah, it's all BS.
2 for $2s. What you think this is $19.99? 2 what for 2 what?
The McValue meal?
Where are you getting 2 anything for 2 whatevers?
Let me look it up.
Nah, I'm telling you, man. Like they do that 2 for $5 deal, but the options on the 2 for $5, like you get the Frosty, but you get the tiny little Frosty as a part of the 2 for $5.
Yeah.
And then you can get the McChicken, or not the McChicken, but the chicken sandwich that used to be $1 that now it's like $2.50.
The McDoubles, $2. The McChickens, $2.
Right, but the size of those sandwiches, you can fit 8 of them in the palm of your hand.
No good.
They're Tic Tacs.
It's like a slider, yeah.
Dave's, what is it? Dave's Juicy Double or whatever it is at Wendy's. What do they call their burger? Like Dave's Single, Dave Double.
Yeah.
Bro, one of those, the meal, you spend $12 for a medium. $12.
I'm looking for a Shake Shack menu right now.
I got to check on you, Solana, because you'll lie.
Well, granted, I don't eat fast food, but the last time I did, you get a meal. It runs you $12. You get a Big Mac now with fries and a Coke, paying $15. Ridiculous.
That's a lie.
All right, look it up.
Yeah, they're boneless barbecue baby back rib sandwich. $12.99. I'm telling you, it's a good price.
It is. You go get like a burger now at not a fast food establishment. You go get a burger.
Look at that. It's a good looking sandwich.
Nah, it won't look like that though on the plate.
You don't think so?
No.
I'm with Solana there. It won't look like that.
Would you eat this, Jimmy?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You go get a burger at like a burger restaurant. It costs you $15.
Easy. That's
A
why.
burger.
That's why
No,
I say that
a
that's why I say
Baconator
that is
combo.
such an incredible bargain. Flanagan's is the only place you feel like you're going back in time. 100%
100%.
prices.
Yeah.
Guess how many calories the rib sandwich is at Shake Shack?
$12.99.
Calories?
Yeah.
Oh.
1,299 calories.
I got you. 710.
How much protein?
But that's why I hold the pickles.
No, man.
Hold the pickles down to 700.
Right.
Baconator combos, spicy chicken sandwich combo. They're all $10.
Plus
Y'all are
tax.
Y'all are getting gutted. What did you just give them whatever they want?
Plus tax. Oh, right. Yeah. The Wendy's guys is charging me $2 more and pocketing the $2.
I negotiate with them. I got 11, brother.
Yeah, you're not getting out of a fast food place for less than $15. You are not. No chance.
Looking at it now, that is a deal.
But I'm telling you, you add fries to that, that's going to be $6. So now you're at 19.
Yeah.
Add a drink or a shake, that's another $6. You're at 26.
No, you're spending $30.
$30 easy.
At Shake Shack. Spending $30.
But I'm okay with that. If the sandwich is good, I'm okay with that.
Telling you, you're gonna get my money tonight.
Hey, treat yourself. Treat yourself
Tuesday. Everybody's talking about it.
Shoot. How are you going to end Treat Yourself Tuesday?
Home Alone. Get action.
All right, guys.
I'm not going to be alone anymore. I'm going to have that rib sandwich in the bed next to me.
What's more disgusting? Eating a rib sandwich? This is an early preview to talk about it Tuesday. Eating a rib sandwich in your bed or just having bags of candy in your nightstand next to your bed?
Any food in the bedroom to me is disgusting. There is no food that goes in my bed.
Ice cream.
No. What? No.
So I'm gonna eat my dinner, then I'm gonna have me a bowl of ice cream. I'm gonna sit in the living room.
Yeah.
No, you go to the bed, you turn on Netflix.
You're gonna lay in bed with a
Yeah. Eat some popsicles. I eat 6 popsicles every night.
Bro, you're gonna lose your foot for real. Like it's been a joke, but
crazy.
seriously.
You should put those popsicles on your feet to freeze them.
The idea of going into my bedroom with food,
It's crazy
to
to
sit
me.
on my bed.
It's crazy to me.
Oh, there's 5 days out the week. There's a plate next to my bed on my side.
That's nuts.
I guess people do that though. Like I grew up where you had to have dinner at the table. Like the family, that's the way I grew up. You had dinner at the table. But I had friends that'd be over their house. They're like, yeah, let's go grab some dinner. They go, whatever their parents made, take it back to the room, sit on their bed and eat it.
Nah.
You're in prison?
We weren't bedroom eaters.
Like you have scheduled eat time? Like I'm a grown man. I go out what and eat.
Well, no, family dinner. You don't have family dinner?
Well, we had family dinner, but now the kids are gone too. So it's just me, Asia, and the baby. He goes to bed at 8:00. I don't eat dinner till 10.
Yeah.
Having his Neapolitan ice cream while watching.
Man, that's it.
Watching
This is
Unsolved Mysteries.
this is cultural. I've eaten in my room my whole life.
Little cup of butterscotch candies and his Jordan almonds.
This is not cultural. This is not cultural at all.
It is not cultural.
Man, there's no way you're going to tell me black people. You're going to speak for black people right now.
Yeah, I
can. Black people sit on their bed and eat.
No,
I'm not saying it's exclusive eating time dinner, but yeah, you can take a plate wherever you want. You're a grown up. I'm 42 years old.
No chance. Oh, so you take it into the bathroom?
If I need to.
No, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying, do you bring it into the bathroom? You're a grown man.
Well, that's kind of nasty because if I'm sitting in the bathroom, but Hawk, if you're sitting in the bathroom, it's going to be a stench. I don't want to eat food with a stench. My bedroom smells immaculate.
I bet it doesn't.
I bet it does.
I bet it doesn't.
I bought 8 super blow pops yesterday. They're all in my nightstand right now. I'm eating me about 6 blow pops tonight.
Weird.
You guys ever done that though? Like open up an ice cream, then you're like, oh, I gotta go. But now you have the cone in your hand. What are you gonna do? You're gonna put it down? It's gonna melt.
What? No.
So you just kind of you do it. You
not,
multitask.
You don't. No, I don't do it. Like I know if I have to go to the bathroom, like it doesn't hit me.
Never open up like a drumstick. You're midway through the drumstick, maybe 2 or 3 bites into it, and you're like, oof, time to go.
Solana,
No.
I got IBS, and I'm telling you, you might want to get checked.
Yeah, like you don't even have like a 1-minute warning bell that goes off.
Sometimes you got to go.
Not me.
You get surprised by number 2 like that?
Like a horse out in the barn?
Just a goat, just pellets dropping.
Does that ever happen to you? Like sometimes you like it's time. It's time.
I say not now, body.
You're talking about like within a minute?
Yeah, I'm
it
talking
sounds
about
like less than that.
within seconds. Like, hey,
man, you might have Crohn's.
Yeah, you might have Crohn's.
I don't have Crohn's.
Well,
you might have. It sounds like Crohn's to me.
Nah, I don't have Crohn's.
You might. Somebody says, you know what's great at Flanagan's? The prime rib. Do they have prime rib at Flanagan's? Do they? I don't know. Let me see.
This ends with Hawk loving the prime rib at Flanagan's.
This ends with me hating Danhausen and loving prime rib.
Bro, I saw more Danhausen videos over the weekend.
You're over it, right?
No, I was never on Danhausen. I was never in on him, but I tried. Like I kind of tried because
I'm over it. Yeah,
you were buying into it.
Yeah, I was into it for a couple days.
It's stupid.
Yeah, I'm over it. I got the idea. Hausen.
I don't know what he does still, which is the worst part.
Yeah, he's just he's me. If I was a professional wrestler, he's annoying me.
He wiggles his little fingers.
How much do you think a slab of ribs is at Flanagan's?
$23.
Half rack?
$23.99.
Yeah, half rack, but that's
full rack.
Oh, full rack?
Yeah, what are you gonna pay $45 for a slab of ribs?
I'd pay like $18 for the half rack, I think. Comes with fries.
I would imagine the half rack is probably it's not gonna be half price. So
do you look at the prices on menus or just pay them whatever they ask?
Well, I mean, what's the difference? You're gonna pay whatever they bring you on the bill.
I'm saying he just I pay $14 for a burger. Is it $14 on the menu?
Yeah, half rack at Flanagan's is like $16.99, $17.99 for sure.
Yeah,
I'd never get a full rack though. I'm not fat, so that's crazy.
You could eat a full rack when you were in middle school.
I'm not seeing prime rib. They have a ribeye. Yeah, I don't see prime rib.
All right. Those are your sports headlines. Now, the Marlins do play tonight. Shohei's supposed to pitch for the Dodgers. Marlins, they had a lead yesterday, and they blew it at the end of the game. So, tough West Coast road trip thus far. They can still win this series, though. They have to win the next 2 versus the Dodgers tonight. First pitch will be a little bit after 10 p.m. You can listen to the game here on WQAM. You've got NBA playoffs tonight as well. Sixers at the Celtics. That's game 5. Spurs Blazers game 5 as well after. Sixers looking to avoid elimination. Blazers looking to avoid elimination as well. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 80 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the mid to low 70s. By the way, tonight you also have Hawks Knicks at 8 p.m. I forgot that game.
I've been
Blazers
watching all
Spurs.
those. I'm so into these NBA playoffs, man.
There's a good game being played, man.
I think the Celtics are just the elite of the East. I don't think anybody else compares, right? Because we got to write off Detroit at this point.
Oh, for sure. For sure, right off Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland, I mean,
Can
they're going in. Their series is tied with Toronto.
Can the Celtics beat OKC?
Who? No.
I don't think so.
San Antonio?
I don't think so.
Denver?
Yes.
Yes.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the Western Conference Finals is the NBA championship.
That's what I think as well. I just don't see the Celtics being able to beat. I think it's going to be San Antonio, and is that how it maps out?
Yeah,
San
they're 1
Antonio
and 2.
OKC?
They're 1 and 2. So ideally,
what a
they'll
great
meet.
Western Conference Finals that's
great.
going to be.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I tell y'all all the time, Karl Anthony Towns is going to let you down. I've been telling y'all for years.
Your weather, 80 degrees right now. Tonight, the lows will be in the low 70s. That weather report was brought to you by our friends at Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe. When the storms roll in, visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate.
Rondé Gadsden is going to join us next. I want to tell you about my good friends and the amazing award-winning team at Doral Kia. The Hochmans needed a car for our son. He had a Kia Forte, got in an accident. It was wrecked, and he said, I want a new Kia. I want to stick with the Kia. And we went down to Doral Kia, and he got a Kia K4. And Mitchell, who I call the king of Kias, took great care of us. I know he and his staff will take great care of you as well. Whenever you want a low price, you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Take advantage of a Pricito now on all your favorite new Kia models, like a Sportage, Sorento, Telluride, K5 Soul, a K4 like we got, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Kia today. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Kia or shop any of their pre-owned vehicles with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money, because you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
You ever just sit in your house naked?
Ooh, little sticks, Mr. Roboto. Me likey. All right, Aronde Gadsden is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Former Dolphins receiver. He splits his fandom now between the Dolphins and the Chargers because Aronde, the second place for the Chargers. But OG, did you see? I sent you this morning. Did you see this new boneless barbecue rib sandwich at Shake Shack?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm trying to. I wasn't near one today, but I will be tomorrow, and I may go in there and get it. You know,
It
what I mean?
looks legit, right? It looks legit.
Yeah, no, it looks good. You know, the sauce is always a key. They got some coleslaw on it, so I'll figure it out. Don't you worry.
I'm not. You a fan of coleslaw, OG on the sandwich? I'm not a fan of sandwich coleslaw.
You know, listen. I like it for, you know, if you outside at a barbecue with the half drum grill and they got some coleslaw that Nana made on the table. I'll put it on the sandwich, but I don't know about this coleslaw. But I'll give it a try. I'll get to the bottom of it. Don't you worry your pretty little head about that.
Because you're right, though, about the sauce. Because the thing that makes the McRib so good is that tangy barbecue sauce.
Right.
It's
I may have to ask them for some pickles, though. Y'all got some pickles because the pickles don't go on it.
No, it's pickles. It's got pickles on it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm going to go hold the pickles because I'm going to save 10 calories that way. This thing is 710 calories. I want to get it down to 700.
Oh, I better play some pickleball tonight then.
Yeah, you got to burn it off. You got to burn it right off. Aronde, the Dolphins, so they chose Caden Proctor from Alabama as their first selection in the draft. They did not select Reuben Bain, who was available. Are you okay with what the Dolphins did in the draft overall? Are you seeing the vision of John Eric Sullivan?
I am not, but I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody we got. I mean, I like Rodriguez. You know, I like the comparison to Zach, Texas Tech, Anglo-Saxon linebacker. I get it. But you know, we just had so many picks. Like I don't see any real needle movers for us. So, you know, I don't see him on the squad. You know, much at all. But you know, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure they have some long-term vision in mind. You know, we unfortunately, you know, us being here in South Florida, you know, our long-term vision is next year. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. You know, I want to say most of it, it was because we're kind of, you know, strapped for cash. So we got a lot of picks. So we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens in a week or two.
OG, the thing with Reuben Bain, Reuben Bain, he was my favorite player. I had a man crush on him all year in college. I'm going to buy a Tampa Bay Buccaneer jersey. I'm a Bucs fan. I'm going to have me a Bain jersey. But the thought of people saying the Miami Dolphins need to draft people from the Canes or the Falcons need to draft people from Georgia Tech, like there's 200 colleges out there. I think that thought is crazy. How you feel about it?
Yeah, you know, obviously we're going to be, you know, Miami bias. It would have been too much like right for him to, you know what I'm saying, go to Central, go to UM and play for the Dolphins. It would have been too much like right, you know what I mean? So, you know, we're not in the war room. You know, obviously you got to get somebody to protect the new quarterback they gave the money to. So I guess that was their thought. But, you know, having somebody like Bain and your stable would have been real cool because, like I said, you get that extra push because he's from here. You know what I mean? He knows everybody. He's been in the state. All of that would help. You know, you get extra fans that way. You know, but like I said, those guys from Green Bay, they're not thinking that way. They want the Krispy Kreme donuts and everything to help block for the new quarterback. So that's how they were thinking. But it would have been real cool to see them select Bain for sure.
Hey, OG, you say you don't see any needle movers that the Dolphins drafted, but the guy they took 13th overall moves the needle on the scale. Apparently, he came a little overweight one year with Saban. I don't know, like, does that concern you? Because dude's a monster, obviously, but how concerning is it when you hear young player may have some weight concerns or just concerns about his overall commitment to keeping his body right?
No, I think that was, not totally concerning because you got so many ways right now, back maybe when Channing was playing, it probably was an issue because they didn't have everything that we have now, through nutritionists, exercise science, blah, blah, blah. But I think that, I saw it, I heard it as like Nick Saban was saying, when he's in the building, he's a good dude, he's a great player, but when he's outside the building, there's an issue. I wasn't thinking about food at all. I'm like, if he got problems outside the building in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, when he come to Miami, he's gonna be in a world of hurt. You know what I'm saying?
I took it as food related, though. I took it as outside the building. You'll see him at Shake Shack and Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, I think you can curtail that. I think you can because obviously we all not totally driven by monetary issue, but monetary issue is part of it. And like I said, I used to get fined $1,700 every pound over, and just being 225 hurt when they wanted you to be 218. You know what I mean? Like
how often did you have to weigh in?
Every Friday with John Gamble, 7:30 a.m.
$1,700 per pound?
Yeah.
Oh, you had a weight clause?
No, everybody had a weight clause. I'm telling you, it was four people that were just known for just go ahead and write us down. Me, Pat, Timbo, and Dan. We all were overweight every Friday.
Oh, I remember Larry. You Big Larry Chester.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Big Larry lost out on $250,000 because he was overweight, and he dieted. He was in the steam room. He had garbage bags on his body. I think he lost 18 pounds in 2 days and still missed the weight and lost out on $250,000 bonus.
Yeah. No, I think I didn't lose out on that much, but I used to get yelled at all the time because when I come home, we can't get no pool because you're a fat ass. You know what I mean? So that was a big deal in my household.
That is a great line. We can't get a pool because you're a fat ass, Dad.
If you had the pool, maybe you'd be in there working.
That's funny.
So I don't know whether it was my bad for buying a house without a pool, or my bad for. I can remember the time when I think Pat, Timbo, and I would sit in the steam room with a bottle of Grey Goose and Caesar salads and just pass it around until it was all gone, and go in and weigh in the next morning.
Stop it.
And we'd make it. Well, we wouldn't make it. We'd come close. I think Pat had to be like at 196. He'd be like 198. I'd be like at 221. I had to be at 218. And then all three of us would leave after weigh-in at 7:30 and go to Waffle House around the corner.
And catch back up on that weight you lost.
Hey, listen, I think, they had those little things you put on your chest, and Brad Rowe and John Gamble had the little secret sauce where if you do this and do this, your optimum performance, you'll be this. But I used to always say, I'm telling you, the thing used to make me so mad. I'm 6'3", 218, but Chris, like 5'11", 214. Bo, but he fast. No, I don't care. I don't care if he's fast. Who cares? Who cares?
Well, wait a second. So it's the night before weigh-in, and you guys would get a bottle of Grey Goose, hit the steam room, and just try to sweat out as much as you can with the assistance of the Grey Goose. But also, you didn't want to go hungry, so you just passed around a salad in there.
Yeah, Caesar salad. Yeah. Yeah. So he wouldn't die, completely die.
I could not think of a less appealing place to eat a salad than a steam room.
I don't know if you remember, like in the old complex, the steam room wasn't hella big. It was.
And Jimbo was in there.
Yeah.
Y'all wasn't getting much salad then. I knew who got the majority of that salad.
You weren't getting much steam either.
Hey, we had the opposite of puff pass. We'd have. Oh yeah, man, my turn. I like the croutons. My turn.
Jimbo ate everything but the croutons.
What an unbelievably funny story there. That's a podcast nowadays. We should start doing the show from the steam room and just the show is over when the salad is gone and the vodka is toast.
Yeah, man, it didn't work, but listen, we had a good time. We had a good time.
What a great.
He used to dread. Dan didn't care. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he had all the money in the world.
Yeah,
he
didn't pay the fine. You know what I mean?
That had to hurt you. That had to hurt you every Friday.
Yeah, that hurt. Like, they don't tell you. You know what I'm saying? You just next Tuesday when you get your check, you'd be like, man. Come on, man.
But you forgot already by Monday when you were at Waffle House. Didn't like the feeling.
No, Waffle House was Friday at 8:00. We in 7:30. We were with special teams. None of us was on special teams, so we go eat and then come back for our meetings like at 9. So
that's great.
OG was just eating less ever an option?
Right, or not going to Waffle House Friday morning?
No, I didn't think it. In my mind, in your mind, if you're a big guy, like if you ask Caden Proctor, what you think about them? He doesn't think those 12 Krispy Kreme donuts affects his play. I didn't think I was going to be, I wasn't going to be fast as Chris, no matter how much I didn't eat. You know what I'm saying? Like my deal was a little different. Like I'm supposed to be, I feel better at 218. I felt a little weaker. I didn't feel as strong.
You had to get back strong.
Yeah, I had to get back strong.
Coach, I gotta feel covered and smothered. This is not working for me.
I feel better. I feel better at 223 than I do 218. You know what I mean? Like, but listen, we tried. So listen, they started doing the blood test a little later, and I think even Chris Carter at one point, like, if he ate ice cream, he would lose weight. After they took the blood and said you could eat these things and not eat these things, it's metabolism, body composition, Scott Galbraith and some other. They took like 400 pills and worked out 3 times a day. I just didn't have the energy for all that.
Somebody just tweeted me a picture. They're at Shake Shack right now. He said, "Here we go, Hawk. Had to try it." So it looks pretty good. It looks like it needs a little bit more sauce. So I'm gonna put that in the old
extra sauce.
Extra sauce.
Yeah. What does he have with his? I asked him, does he have a milkshake or a soda?
He just sent me a picture, and it's just the sandwich. I don't like I'd hold the pickles, but it definitely, I'm just looking at it, needs a little more sauce. Other than that, it looks pretty good.
A little saucy.
Yeah, I want to drip in like the McRib. That McRib, that sauce is dripping out the box. Like you can't even contain the sauce.
Yeah, when you open it, it's messy. I need napkins. Extra napkins, please.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you my report. I'll give you my report tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll check it out tomorrow too. And save your shake and give it to Channing so he can drink it in the bed or something.
OG, ain't no way you don't eat food in the bed, OG. Don't start that.
Ronnie, I know you do not eat in the bed.
No, I don't. I don't like it. I just get because it'll be the first time some comes up. It'll be my fault. You know what I mean?
It's just
ants and roaches because of you. Because you eat in the bed.
There's so many places in the house. Why would I eat in my bed?
Because it's comfy. I can watch Netflix. I'm not talking about a slab of ribs, but a little bowl of ice cream, some popsicles. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a pub sub.
No.
And I'm gonna eat it in the chair watching it. I could fall asleep with the popsicle on my chest.
Yeah, it's not even. It doesn't even taste good if you're not sitting up. Like,
you got to sit up. You got reflux, don't you?
Yeah, you got bad reflux.
You laying down eating ice cream. You got reflux.
Solana got Crohn's.
I'm gonna be watching Crowder on my 600-pound life. All these years, I thought it was gonna be me. This guy is the guy eating ice cream, laying down in bed. So you rest the bowl on your chest, like
right over the chest. Yeah,
my 600-pound life. Oh man!
Straight up.
If you don't lose 30 pounds by your next visit, we can do the surgery.
That's the guy. That's Dr. Now. He is, man, he is a mean son of a bitch.
The lady, they can't fly, so they just drove 17 hours. He's like, you're 2 pounds too short. You can't have this. So what?
He
Man,
said
I'm about to fight you.
I was watching an episode yesterday, and she's like, I don't know why I keep gaining weight. She's in the hospital. He goes, I know why. And he goes into another room. He comes back. It's a pizza box. He goes, you order pizza here to the hospital. And then this is the worst Iranian accent, by the way. He's Iranian. He's like, and then you put the box in another room like we don't see it. And she's like, no, I that wasn't me. He's like, you were lying now. You're lying.
It do make you feel bad.
He is a mean son of a bitch, man.
I'm going to go to another doctor, man. I can't deal with him, man. I can't deal with him, man.
We got to go. We're up against it. See you, Rondé.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
There you go. Rondé Gadsden. We'll take a break. 4 o'clock hour is next.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Man, ain't nobody worried about no damn Ian Ingold.
All right, we're starting the 4 o'clock hour. A little bit late, but when Arande Gadsden is on the air, you never know what's going to happen. And OG was in his bag for sure. That was his wheelhouse, man. Let me start with the stock market report here. That's brought to you by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Not much action on Wall Street again. Dow Jones down 25 points. S&P 500 down 0.5%, 35 points. NASDAQ down almost 1%, 223 points. Don't forget the Eagles, who are bringing their long goodbye Act 3 tour to Hard Rock Live on May 13th. We've got tickets every day this week, and we're going to give away today's pair at 4:20. I don't know if you're paying attention at home, but that's 14 minutes from now. So make sure you keep on listening. If you want to win, we'll have another pair tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. If you want to purchase tickets, go to casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood and go to the events page. All right. I gave you that live update on the Shake Shack boneless rib sandwich. The guy had tweeted me a picture and said, here we go, Hawk. I had to try it. Heard you talking about it. And then I said on the air with Arande, looks like it needs extra sauce. The guy was listening. He says, you were right about the extra sauce. I ordered and an extra side of it, slathered it on. Very tasty. A little smaller than I thought it would be. I'd put it right behind the McRib. So there you go.
Behind the McRib, it's real rib meat.
Well, that's the first report. You can't argue with the man's opinion. He says he'd put it right behind the McRib. I have to find out.
Good ribs don't need sauce.
No, ribs need sauce.
No, if you season them right, marinate them right, there's so much flavor. It's a flavor burst.
No, gotta have some saucy ribs.
Explodes in your mouth.
Don't give me the no sauce ribs. I gotta go somewhere else.
I got to make you some ribs then.
Then another person had tweeted at me, if I may, when I was saying, hey, nothing's going to satiate Heat fans and nothing that Pat Riley could say or Chris Greer could say would satisfy unless, you're screaming at them. The guy says, if I may, in my opinion, it's not that we want you to yell at Greer that you stink, etc. I disagree. I personally get frustrated when you back a player, like, for example, Tua, Hawk. Then over time, that opinion is clearly wrong, but there isn't an acknowledgement. And I tweeted him back, nobody acknowledges their mistakes more than I do. We have a montage of Tate Martell. I spent the entirety of last season saying I was wrong about Tua. Why would I continue to back a take that is obviously wrong? And I said, what do you want me to do? Take out a billboard? Like, I have a 4-hour radio show. But what it kind of says to me is that's what happens with the press conferences, say with Pat Riley. People just decide before, after, and during, nobody asks the tough question. And so then they go on social media and they go, nobody asks him tough questions. When he did get asked tough questions. And so I think when people go, they hear me sing the praises of Tua, and I think it's a great draft pick, and I think he's worthy of the extension that he got, and then it pans out that he's not, they don't hear me do the mea culpa. They want me to self-flagellate and quit and go, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I was wrong about Tua. I quit. You guys were right. I quit. Well, that's not going to happen. But if you listen to this show last season, I said 1,500 times I was wrong about Tua. And so I don't know so to say that there's no acknowledgement of being wrong, I think we do a better job than most of acknowledging when we're wrong. I can count way more times I've been wrong than I've been right in the entirety of the 20 plus years that I've been doing this. But I think I'm pretty honest about acknowledging when I am wrong.
And to that point, well, first off, people want to doubt everything and be proven wrong with doubt. So if somebody gets like this guy, Proctor's 6'6", he's huge, he's nasty. I've watched some film, some highlights of him. if he works out to be a 6-time Pro Bowl lineman, nobody's going to argue with us saying, hey, I'm happy he's on the team. He's a big dude. I like big guys. If he flames out like Deion Jordan, man, yeah, I told y'all he was going to be bad. They're going to say everybody's going to be bad.
And it's very easy to do that, by the way. Any pick, any trade, anything, it's bad. This draft was bad. Like, it's so easy to do that. And because not everything's going to be good. And then say, oh, I was right about this.
Yeah. It's what was it, 13 picks this year? I promise you, 6 or 7 of them are not going to be NFL players. But I'm going to dwell on them and say, oh, all 13 are going to be bad. Oh, well, this Chris Johnson worked out. Yeah. But if you say he's bad from the beginning, now you're going the opposite way that time. Well, I'd be like, man, I'm excited about the kid. Let me see if he can play. That's the first thing people do. And I asked it earlier, Hawk. I don't know what people want you to ask guys about their decisions they make. Chris Greer can't come out and say, yeah, I whiffed on that one. He's terrible. He can't say that. Pat Riley can't say, oh, yeah, I shouldn't have drafted this guy. We're going to work on him. We're going to develop him. You know, the coach speak and the GM speak. And that's what the people just get to me, where if you come at everything negative and get proven wrong, now you're surprised. But if you come at something positive and be proven right, oh, okay, well, you got lucky. I think it's a philosophy of human beings.
Some people default to being positive, and I'm probably naive in a way. You say it, but like, I'm probably naive in a way where I take people at their word. It's the argument we've had about Giannis. I take him at his word. I take people at their word until I've really been proven they haven't. But that's just my default in life. Some people default to the negative. They don't believe anybody. They think everyone stinks from the jump until they're proven wrong. So it's just, it is. Yeah. It's like it's a personality trait.
But the thing with Pat Riley that frustrates me is I remember in 2018, before the Jimmy Butler trade, I remember we were having the same conversations about Pat Riley and about the Heat front office. Oh, they gave Tyler Johnson this much money. They don't know what they're doing. The Heat front office just was lucky because Dwayne Wade was acquiring talent. And then they gave James Johnson and Dion Waiters money. And everybody criticized the Heat front office. But I don't remember anybody saying, hey, you know what? Maybe we were wrong, because they went to 2 NBA finals over the span of 5 years and 3 Eastern Conference finals. Like, I don't remember anybody going back to those years and saying, oh, wow, maybe being patient was the right course by the Heat front office during that time. And maybe giving Dion Waiters and James Johnson money wasn't the right decision, but it still didn't set the franchise back 15 years like they all imagined. And I'm not saying that where the Heat are at right now is okay. I'm not saying that where the Heat right now, that the fan base should be happy with them being in the middle. I realize that they shouldn't be in the middle. But to sit here today and pretend like it's the media's fault, it's Anthony Chang, Gary Jackson, Ira Winterman, Ethan Skolnick's fault, and Tim Reynolds, it's their fault for not holding Pat Riley accountable. That's what I take issue with. I just think it's laughable. Also, the idea that Pat Riley doesn't know what he's doing anymore. Like, he tried to get Damian Lillard. He failed because of a situation that was out of their control.
Pretty much.
They didn't get Kevin Durant. Well, right now, that's not looking like the worst decision in the world. Like,
looking like a great decision.
Where they're at right now is not okay. Also, like that's true. Also can be true. Hey, maybe they went out and tried to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, but they didn't want to send them all of their draft capital to get Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world either.
Well, that one might be.
And the idea that that Pat Riley has to step aside today and totally change course with how they run the organization, to me, because people on Twitter who play NBA 2K think it's easy to draft guys over the span of 5 years. Like, I don't understand this logic that the fan base has kind of wrapped their heads around.
But I will say their opinions are as valid as ours.
That's fine.
Like just to say, oh, they play 2K so they don't understand. What do I know? Like, their opinions are as valid as ours.
They are, but I'm not blaming media members for not asking the right questions and accusing them of being paid by the Miami Heat to run a narrative that Pat Riley is some god. Like, nobody's doing that. You just want to believe that that's what's happening because you're frustrated. But
Yes.
you don't think Ira Winderman would rather be writing about this team in the playoffs? I mean, honestly, like, you don't think the Miami Herald gets more clicks and views when this team is on a deep playoff run? Like, everybody wants them to be better. Everybody does.
I didn't believe in Jimmy Butler. We were on the show together. When they brought in Jimmy and you said Jimmy was a one, I laughed it off. Jimmy buckets. What kind of buckets are you talking about? 5-gallon from Lowe's? I remember all the jokes I told about Jimmy Butler. And then he went on to have 50-point games in the playoffs and beat teams that I think we couldn't beat. And that's what it is. Now we have to be honest on the other side where I'm critical of the roster. And is the roster great? No, but that's it. I think you hit on the head, Solana. The frustration, people just want to be angry at somebody. I'm angry at Pat. I'm angry at Spo. I'm angry at – how the hell are you angry at Barry Jackson? What did Barry Jackson do to you? It's just people want to be mad at something when they've set a standard in South Florida of what the Miami Heat is, a championship organization, and we haven't won a championship in a while.
Be angry at Pat Riley. Like, I think that's fair. Be angry with the situation. I'm not saying that that's not fair. 100%. They're the 10th seed. They've been in the play-in tournament 4 straight seasons. Like, that is unacceptable based on the standards that they're telling us and have told us for 20 years, 31 years that Pat Riley's been here. But also, it's not Barry Jackson's fault.
Here's a text on the text line right now. The thing is, you guys don't know bleep, and people get mad that you don't know bleep and then don't admit it. And here's what I would say to you. If you're actively listening to people that you think don't know anything, that's on you. That's not. And by the way, I'm here to entertain you for 4 hours a day. I've made that clear from the jump. I am not here to teach you a bleeping thing because I don't give a crap to teach you anything. I want to make you laugh and I want to make the day go faster. So all of a sudden 6 o'clock rolls around and you made it through another day and you had some fun. But honestly, if you listen to someone who you think doesn't know anything about what they're talking about, you're the dumbest person on the planet. Because there are people, listen, I watch CNBC every morning, and there are guys on CNBC who I don't think know what they're talking about. And guess what? When they come on, I don't listen to them. I don't say, here I am again, and you don't know what you're talking about. If I want to listen to something with someone who I think really knows what they're talking about, this would be like, you pick and choose the podcasts that you want to listen to. Why? It's the ones that entertain you, and you think maybe that you're gaining something valuable, whether it's insight about behind the scenes at SNL, or it's insight on politics because these people have ideas that you agree with. But if you're listening to something and you continue to say this person doesn't know anything, well, that's a bad choice that you're making. I can't change that. Like, if you don't think I know anything, that's fine. I would find a show that has someone that you think knows something. Weird people, man.
It's some different humans out there. Different humans.
Could you imagine listening to a show going, these people don't know anything, and then they don't apologize for not knowing anything?
So I call one of our players Khaki Lackey Jr. for 4 years now. You expect me to know basketball that well?
I mean, listen, if you're not entertained by the show, that's a completely different thing. But it's very easy to correct that. If this show isn't entertaining to you, find something that is. Like, if you can't find something in 2026 that entertains you, you're not trying hard enough.
And honestly, to back some of our friends and people in this market, Ira Winderman knows basketball.
He knows.
If you're following Ira Winderman, he's going to give you the facts about everything. He's covered the Heat for decades. He knows basketball. If you want to get a deep breakdown of the 2-3 zone, you might not want to listen to me because I don't want Khaki Lackey Jr. at the top of the key.
We got to hear the Eagles here. I don't think Crowder hears the song. Terrible song. A lot of bass in this. All right. 420, that means we've got Eagles tickets. They're bringing their long goodbye Act 3 tour to Hard Rock Live, May 13th. And we're giving away a pair of tickets every day. And if you don't win them right now, you'll have another chance tomorrow. And then Thursday. And then Friday. Why am I talking like Jeff Goldblum? I don't know. Life finds a way.
Apartments.com guy.
If you want to purchase tickets, go to casino.com. I'm sorry, casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood. Go to the events page. What caller number would you like to take for the Eagles tickets today?
13.
305-567-0560. 305-567-0560. Caller number 13 gets 2 tickets to go see the Eagles at Hard Rock Live. Somebody puts on the chat, I just started listening to this show yesterday. It's hilarious. I love it. Well, just you wait. If I had a nickel for everybody who liked the show at the beginning, I'd be a wealthy man right now. All right, let's get headlines here for the 4 o'clock hour because we got to play Talk About It Tuesday, and I want to have enough time to do it. So let's bang through headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. And by the way, Solana doesn't know anything either. Half these headlines are going to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But we pride ourselves on that. Again, if you want to find a show that has proper headlines, there's myriad options.
You got big words, though. You have a lot of big words.
It's razzle-dazzle flash paper, man. It doesn't mean anything.
Speak for yourselves. You guys are the sports bums. I've got the takes.
I mean, I talk about a McRib as if it was a fine cut of meat. You don't see what this show is about?
This just popped up on my TL, my timeline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Norman Powell says he wants to return to Miami this summer. He said that several times, but he's being interviewed. Dookie Lang from Local 10 posted it. Looks like they're doing some F1 coverage.
Yeah, they're at F1.
He's out there. He's wearing a Cadillac hat, so I imagine he's being sponsored by Cadillac to be out there. He says, quote, I love my first year in Miami. I've enjoyed the organization, my teammates, being a free agent. Hopefully, Pat Riley in the front office loved what I was able to bring to the table and expects to have me in the future. Yes, I would love to come back to the Miami Heat.
Speaking of F1, Jimmy showed us F1 has the $150 hot dog. They had that at the Lipton.
At the Miami Open.
Lipton.
Kind of trying to go along with the theme of what I was talking about for the last 10 minutes. It says, let's see, it's a viral menu item for Miami Race Week that includes the $150 Food God hot dog, the $100 Golden Glizzy returns as well, and the $125 Gold Digger sandwich. So look at this. Look at this hot dog.
Well, so it has caviar on it.
Yeah.
That's where all the money goes, to the caviar. I don't like caviar.
They do like gold leaf sometimes too. I watched Dave Portnoy yesterday, but I think it's a couple years old, have a $2,000 pizza. He had to order it 48 hours in advance, and it had caviar and real gold shavings on it. He took 2 bites, spit it out into his hand. He said, I think I'm going to throw up. He's like, no one ever needs to try this again.
Why do you want to eat gold? Just to say you've eaten gold?
Yeah.
Flex.
That's silly.
Why do you want your bottles at a club brought to you with sparklers?
Yeah.
The flex. Did you see what I said?
Why do you want your ice cream? Why do you want your ice cream at Jackson's brought to you with sparklers inside a kitchen sink?
I eat my ice cream in the bed.
Did you see, since you brought up Portnoy, he does the pizza reviews, 1 bite, everybody knows the rule. Did you see what I sent you on Instagram a couple days ago? Maybe it was yesterday, where there's a guy now. He's reviewing strip clubs. He's like, one dance, everybody knows the rules.
He was at Booby Trap in Pompano. He's like, I'm just a young guy. He's like, and he does it outside the club because he can't tape in there. But yeah, he's like, one dance, everybody knows the rules. It's funny.
I like that.
Yeah, and he's like, I guess he's from out of town. That's my guess, or maybe he lives a little bit more north. But you could tell he's like an American dude, doesn't speak Spanish. He's like, if you want to be able to communicate, here at Booby Trap, you better learn Spanish.
That was his Booby Trap review. He's like, I like to have a little conversation with the girl dancing, and he's like, the whole time I just had Google out and we were typing each other's messages.
I'm a connoisseur of South Florida strip clubs. He just called me.
I know you are.
Yeah, you could have cornered this market, man. One dance, everybody knows the rule. That's great.
That is funny.
Great. All right, your local headlines here. The Marlins, they do play the Dodgers tonight, 10 p.m.
You can hear the game here.
And you guys see, I know we don't have a lot of time, but Barry Jackson has written this in the Herald, and I know a lot of people are a little bit disgruntled about the entire FIFA World Cup situation, elevated prices, but the parking situation here at Hard Rock Stadium, they released the parking prices, the prices for parking passes, and it's expensive. Expensive. Like
all across the country.
Uruguay plays Saudi Arabia. That's the first group stage game. $175 for a parking pass. On top of ticket prices, by the way, which are just stupid. Yeah. And then when there's a Colombia-Portugal matchup, the prices are $250 just for a parking pass. I did see the city of Miami announce that they're going to offer, for people who can prove they have a game ticket, they will offer free shuttle services to Hard Rock Stadium, which is pretty cool that they're doing that.
Listen, if you're going to F1, if you're going to the Lipton, if you're going to the World Cup, if you're going to a Taylor Swift concert, this is the world we live in. It's going to be wildly expensive, and you're paying for the experience.
You can Uber to Hard Rock. They drop you off about 5 blocks away. You got to walk further, but you save money. Like, it is what it is. There's not going to be a parking spot left in that stadium during any of these events because somebody's going to pay $250, $275, $175, whatever it is.
Listen, all these ticket prices, all these experiential things now that we all love to participate in, there never seems to be a shortage of people.
Nope.
So someone's paying. Speaking
of the beautiful game, Champions League, first leg, PSG, Bayern Munich at the Parc des Princes, 5-3, 8 goals.
Wow.
In the first leg, PSG versus Bayern Munich, 5-3 right now, and it's only in the 65th minute. That's a cracker of a match. Atletico Madrid is going to play Arsenal tomorrow, first leg in the other semifinal at 3.
I just solved the parking issues. We need to get tuk-tuks.
Boom.
We get us a little lot hawk, get us some tuk-tuks. What? Charge $100?
Let me know how it goes.
They have them, by the way.
They do. They have rickshaws.
Because for F1
are not in America. But
I remember for F1, my media parking pass for F1 both years was like past the Walmart. I literally had to park like a mile down, and that was my media credentialed parking pass. They had the rickshaws. Like
somebody,
dudes offering them.
Somebody texts in, honest question, who sets these prices? Is it FIFA or is it Hard Rock? FIFA controls everything. Yeah. So much so, the Hard Rock logos are being covered on the stadium for the World Cup. They're going to call it Miami Stadium. When I tell you FIFA is the most powerful sports organization in the world, they are the most powerful sports organization in the world.
Hey, that's strong. Did you have tuk-tuks?
Do you see the story in the New York Times that Gianni Infantino, he's the FIFA president, and he carries himself like this.
He's a world leader. He's a world, but he is. FIFA's the most important sports organization in the world.
He asked, or FIFA asked, according to the New York Times, asked Vancouver, because he's going to Canada, to provide a police motorcade for the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, at the Congress this week. And they write that's similar
but
to
by the way, it was a level 1 motorcade, which is reserved for presidents or papal visits. Like this is the highest level of motorcade.
Yeah, and they declined.
I ain't gonna sit in my minivan. You good, brother.
Dan Radakovich resigned or announced his retirement officially today from University of Miami as athletic director. His final day will be June 1st.
It's probably the only actual headline I should be delivering.
I was waiting. You didn't get there. I want to get to talk about it Tuesday, so I figured I would just jam it in there. That's what she said.
Hey.
Are you not entertained?
That was a good one.
Your weather in South Florida right now, something that is very serious on this show. 80 degrees tonight. The lows are going to drop into the mid to low 70s. This weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
Happy birthday, Daquan Cook. All right, we'll play Talk About It Tuesday in the next segment. Atlantic Men's Clinic. It's one of my arguments about the celebrity birthday list. Daquan Cook still.
Daquan Cook.
You're going to make a case. You're going to make a case.
Legend.
I mean, honestly.
Heat legend. Daquan Cook.
Daquan Cook.
Daquan Cook.
Daquan Cook.
What number did he wear? What number did he wear?
Daquan Cook?
That's the guy.
You're talking about Daquan. You don't know what number Daquan Cook wore?
Yeah, that's the guy.
12.
You have a 1 in 99 chance.
12.
Jamario Moon.
Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel like it. If your energy is low, your sleep is off, your weight won't budge, you got brain fog, your sex drive isn't what it used to be, it's time to switch things up. I'm talking about Atlantic Men's Clinic. I was there today. You know, maybe your game, is it 12?
14.
Oh, you're so close. Maybe your game isn't quite what it used to be. Less energy, less drive, not feeling like yourself. You deserve to feel your best. It's why I started getting testosterone at Atlantic Men's Clinic. At Atlantic Men's Clinic, their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed those pounds and have more energy and just feel like yourself again. So take control. Atlantic Men's Clinic. They're the experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They've successfully treated many men for low T, including me. And I'm here to tell you, you will absolutely notice a difference. If you're like the many men who are low T, within just a few weeks, you're going to feel your energy return, the brain fog go away, your sleep improve, your workouts improve, your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. So call Atlantic Men's Clinic. Don't wait. Don't ignore the signs. There's 7 locations in South Florida. So call them, set up a consultation. 877-455-7300. 877-455-7300, or you can visit atlanticmensclinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Everything that comes out of my mouth is generally wrong.
Got
A little talk means that we're going to play a little Talk About It Tuesday, and we're running late here because we had to find out Daquan Cook's number in the last segment. So I want to get right to it. You have the big open. By the way, Talk About It Tuesday is presented by Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family. Fire off the big open, Jimmy.
On Tuesdays, Hawk and Crowder talk about it.
Pick 3 restaurants to eat at for the rest of your life.
Talk about it.
How often are you changing your toothbrush?
Talk about it.
Pecan or pecan?
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
All right, Solana, wow us as you have the last few Tuesdays.
I've got a couple good ones here. I'm throwing out a few of mine because I thought Tobin made such a compelling argument today for the Miami Heat's potential path to getting Nikola Jokic.
It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to ask you guys, pick your preferred route here for the Miami Heat. A guaranteed trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo this summer.
Okay.
So for sure you get Giannis this summer, however you get him, other than trading Bam, however you get him. Or in this crazy hypothetical from Tobin, hold out for the chance at landing the Joker next summer.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. I just want a little clarification here. Are you saying one of them will definitely happen in this scenario, or you're saying which one? In other words, do I have to put it, because obviously you'd rather have Nikola Jokic than Giannis, but are you saying which one do I think is more likely?
No, I'm saying you can for sure have Giannis this summer, for sure. Or you don't make any big moves. You remain flexible for the chance.
Is Jokic an unrestricted free agent after next season?
He's eligible for an extension this summer after this season ends. So there's a very good chance.
So is he going to be a free agent du jour, essentially, kind of in the Giannis realm of, hey, it's not happening, although they did win a championship.
Yes.
But, hey, it seems that the competition in the West is too tough, and we can get something in return.
He'll be eligible for an extension this summer if he does not sign that extension for whatever reason.
But if we get Giannis this offseason, we're out of the market.
I don't see how the numbers would ever work because you have to pay Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's up for an extension. He'll be an unrestricted free agent. You're trading for him with the understanding he'll re-sign with you long term, right? 3-4 seasons, likely, probably 2 years and a player option. That takes you out because of Bam's contract. That takes you out of the Joker conversation completely. So you're essentially deciding here 100% Giannis this summer.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Or the chance at the Joker next summer.
That's what she said. Are you not entertained? I think you have to fire off the talk about it. We didn't have like a good, right? Because didn't you just finish?
Well, no, I was pretty straightforward what I was asking, I think, at the very beginning.
Yeah, it's a question of Willie
fire off, talk about it.
He did.
We've talked that much since then?
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
This was supposed to be the quick one because I have the actual one that I want to get to.
This is the only one we're going to get to.
No, I don't think that's the way it should go.
Because this one's actually pretty tough because I would love to be in the market for Jokic. And if you think like I do that they're not going to win the championship this season and probably not next season either because...
This question is, does Giannis Antetokounmpo make you a title contender? You're just trying to get back to contending status. Does Giannis and Bam make you a title contender?
Is younger and healthier.
For sure.
And MVP. And won me $200 last night.
Yeah, that was a nice hit.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm stumped.
I'm waiting.
You'd wait for Jokic? Really?
I'm waiting for Jokic. Yeah, bird in the hand worth two in the bush.
Right, you're always the guy who says bird in the hand's worth more than two in the bush.
But Jokic is there's some names out there that I wouldn't pass up Giannis for. Jokic is one of the three probably in the world that I would pass up Giannis for. And just to have Jokic down here, that would be amazing. That's a game changer. You're right back in the East at every time. I don't give a damn who the other 14 guys are.
All right, you talk me into it. I'll pass on Giannis, and I'll wait for Jokic. Jimmy?
I'm waiting on Jokic.
Solana?
You guys are all idiots.
Because it'll never happen?
It's not happening.
All right. Well, it was your question. All right, what's your final one? Real quick.
All right, are any of you, I just need to know this before I get into the question, are any of you a shoes-off household? In other words, you invite guests over, and you make them take off their shoes. Are any of you a shoes-off household?
No. I hate that. It's a pet peeve of mine.
I hate those people, too. Now, we are a pants-off household.
You got to pull the swipe out?
Yeah.
No dinner parties for you. Goodness gracious.
Okay, so how do you handle this situation? You go to somebody's house, they invite you over for dinner, and they tell you they're a shoes-off household. They ask you to remove your shoes before you proceed to enter their household. How do you handle this situation?
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. I take off my shoes. It's their house. What? I don't mind not being in my shoes. It doesn't. I just don't ask people to do it in my house. But if they ask me, hey, can you please take off your shoes before you walk into the house? I take off my shoes. Am I going to argue with someone at the dinner party?
Yeah. I make it obvious that I don't want to, but I'm going to end up taking off my shoes. But
your feet are disgusting. Mine aren't.
Your feet look like little seal paws.
Talking about that's one of my best.
No. You don't need to do that. No. You don't need to take off your
Feet
shoes.
are terrible. Look at these little seal paws. I moan and groan.
I prefer to go to a shoe-off party.
Look at that. Look, it is all pasty. You wear shoes to the beach?
His
great foot.
No, it's not. Your toes, like you separate them so far out. You're the opposite of web toes or web feet.
I'm nimble.
He's toe nimble.
Look at that.
That's a nasty little foot.
Oh, nimble, man.
And your toes are different lengths. It just looks weird. What do you
your toes are the same length? The hell
of them
on there?
Locked in.
Locked in. You gotta check your chromosome.
No.
Oh, no, sir.
No, put that foot away, man.
No. Mine's much better.
Oh,
My foot is look at my foot is just
mine is 1,000 times better.
it descends perfect. Your foot is a little
What are you talking about?
That's an athlete's foot there. That's
great.
a 4.51.
Man, that's a foot at athlete's foot where all the employees quit.
That's a 4.51 there. That's
Man,
what that
that's
is.
Not looking at it.
Foot you got there.
What's the other option, Solana? Leave?
Yeah, like what am I going to make a stand?
yeah.
Leave the dinner party.
Not leave, but just no. I'm not taking off my shoes. Like, where are we in Japan? I don't understand.
Well, you don't know why they want you to take your shoes off, but they want you to take your shoes off. You're at their house.
Right. But isn't it straightforward here? You're inviting people over. They're gonna come in with shoes.
Not if you ask them to take their shoes off.
Right, but I mean, we're adults. I wear shoes. When I'm not at home, I wear shoes.
I'm in agreement with you.
Right.
But if someone asks me to take my shoes off at their house, why would I argue with them?
This happened to me at my house. My fiance is asking my friends to take off their shoes, and I'm
wouldn't
embarrassed.
do it at my house, but I would tell my fiance, no, don't ask them to take off their shoes.
Right, but
Seems like you need to get some more testosterone in your body. And say
Let's see
something.
what your foot looks like. I have a feeling it's polished nails. Jimmy, show us your foot.
No, thank you.
Nah, we don't want to see it anyway.
Yeah, I'll make a hubbub about it, but I'm going to do it.
Jimmy, would take your shoes off if somebody asked you to take your shoes off at their house?
Their house, their rules.
There you go. Exactly.
Mhm.
So you would say no and you'd go home.
I wouldn't go home. I just say, look, I don't feel comfortable taking off my shoes.
Okay, well then you can't come in my house.
Well, then you're a bad host.
Okay, bye.
You're a bad host.
Okay, bye-bye.
All
What
right.
are you
All right,
bringing
so
to the party?
I mean, to be quite honest, I didn't want you here in the first place. So.
We actually invited your fiance. You're a plus one.
All right, we got to take a break. 5 o'clock, Funky Buddha Happy Hour is foot.
Crowder and Solana Show.
In college, they called me Black Bill Gates.
Talk About It Tuesday on Hot Crowder and Solana is sponsored by Miami Lake Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family.
Text WQAM on the Kendall Toyota text line at 305-567.
Yeah. Georgie. 5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha Happy Hour, and it's brought to you by our friends at Funky Buddha Brewery. You're looking for a little fun tonight, go to the tap room in Oakland Park. They've got free Texas Hold'em poker, 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. coming up tonight. And then they've got UEFA Champions League watch parties. Now, today's already over, but tomorrow, 3 p.m., they have Emerald Isle Stout and pregame Pilsners for $4. You watch a little soccer, enjoy some beer, and Stout is a beer. Stout's a beer.
Yeah, dark.
No, I can't drink that. I need very light, wimpy American beers.
You need a lager.
Can I have an Aperol Spritz while I enjoy this UEFA Champions League?
Soccer people are a nicer side of humans. Yeah, classy. Yeah,
classy. Except for the hooligans.
Well, the ones that beat up Solana and his dad.
Yeah. I actually think they're the opposite of classy, now that I think about it. Really the worst of the worst. But anyway, you can watch a little soccer tomorrow. How'd that match end tonight?
5-4.
Wow.
PSG, Bayern Munich, two champions of Europe. 5-4 in a semifinal is one of the greatest semifinal matches ever.
75-71 final in the NFL.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Insane.
Tell you what, I'd watch more soccer if there was 9 goals scored per game.
Nobody turned the bus sideways. They got to turn the bus sideways.
Watch a little soccer tomorrow at Funky Buddha, 3 o'clock tomorrow as well, huh?
3 o'clock, yeah, tomorrow, Arsenal and Atletico Madrid.
I mean, you call out sick from work, you head right over to Funky Buddha in Oakland Park. You have the time of your life. I mean, what's better than a little afternoon footy? And speaking of footy, somebody had put on the chat in the last segment. It's really funny. I gotta find it because we both had our feet up there. I can't find the chat. Anyway, my wife just walked by and asked, "What the F are you watching?" Two guys holding up their feet to the screen.
He enjoys it.
Today's been a fun show. I just watched on TMZ Sports a video of Mike Vrabel at the airport. He gets his bag. He's walking to his car. And this guy, I don't know if it's a TMZ reporter or just a guy who sold the video to TMZ. And he's just asking him over and over, "So how you holding up?" Mike Vrabel's he's just walking. Like, yeah, he's a big dude, but he can't do anything at this point, right? Yeah. He's like you're not going to have more controversy in your life. So he's just silent. And the guy's like, "Do you think there's a double standard at play here?" And, he just keeps walking. He goes, "There are some people calling for you to resign, saying that you've become a distraction." And he plans on resigning. And he is just laser focused on getting to his car, but he's walking through the airport, and this guy is just relentless. "You and your wife going to try to work things out?" He is it's just a poor snapshot into what his life is going to be like and imagine the sidelines at opposing stadiums.
Oh, they're going to light him up.
Oh, they are going to light him up.
It's material.
It's material.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I did see that report, by the way. There was a report that from the Daily Mail, it's gotten to the point where the New England Patriots are preparing in case Mike Vrabel resigns. It's down to specifics like they're eyeing Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, I saw that. He ain't going anywhere. If this guy has to resign his position after going to the Super Bowl in it was year 1, right?
Yeah.
If this guy has to resign his position after going to the Super Bowl in year 1 for having an extramarital affair, and by the way, he's not the pastor at a mega church. He's a football coach.
Yes.
if this guy has to resign his job because he had an extramarital affair, I just, my head would explode.
And Robert Kraft is going to fire him?
Right.
Come on, man. It was weird to me when they said he has to address the team.
Right.
Address what? Right. Yeah, man. I met Diana back in the day. Like, what is he going to say to his team?
Wow.
Yeah, I met her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, feel me, bro? Like, it's just crazy.
You have an extramarital affair with one of your players' wives? That's a distraction and probably going to cost you your job.
Yes.
You have an extramarital affair in 2026 and you're in the world of professional sports? I don't know. I'm having a tough time finding the outrage.
I would say that they're going to be players that have a little something to them that's going to go up to him and dap him up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, coach, man, they got you, bro. End of it. What defense are we running on Sunday? But
I don't think anybody's outraged.
Well, he's in this media feeding cesspool, and it becomes a distraction because what you saw today at the airport is going to play out everywhere, wherever they are, at restaurants. I mean, if I'm one of his, if I'm one of the guys on the team, I'm coming up, I'm handing him a brochure for like a out of the way hotel in Bora Bora. Coach, Arizona, and all the media's around. What we do?
The players are going to be asked about it for the first 2 days of training camp, whenever media availability is there. And if they do, and I know they're smart, the Patriots, they're going to tell them to say this. They're going to set up a certain thing to say. I'll tell you, when I crashed my truck that time, I knew they were going to ask when camp started. And we sat down. Harvey was like, hey, say, it was irresponsible. I want to move forward and just try to win this season. They're all going to have the same answer, and it'll die out in a week.
Well, I would say also, if you were asked and it was your head coach, Cam Cameron.
Cam ain't talking nobody out of nothing.
But honestly, if you were asked and it was your coach, you would say, oh, I don't know what goes on in someone's personal life, and I don't care. And that's an honest answer. That's not even like the company line. Like, that's an honest answer.
Man, I don't know what Cam's doing with his little Peter Wee, and I don't know what anybody else is doing with their Peter Wee. I'm married. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's the same thing here. If Solana got caught in a scandal, or you got caught in a scandal, or Jimmy got caught in a scandal, I'm going to go, yeah, I don't know. I go in for my 4 hours to do the radio show, and we have a fun time doing the radio show, and that's it. I don't know what goes on in their personal lives, nor do I care.
I wish Jimmy gets caught in a scandal, though, to be honest.
Oh, my God. It would be the greatest thing in the world. Jimmy, if you get caught in some sort of sex scandal, I will put your name on the show.
Come on, Jimmy.
Whatever kind of sex scandal you want to get caught up in, your name goes on. No, whatever.
Not
whatever. Your name will go on the show.
Do it for us, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You guys saw the Spotify playlist?
Yeah.
That she again, this is all alleged, but she made a Spotify playlist. It was called Turning the Page. She shared the Spotify playlist, Diana Rossini, with a user whose name was just Mike.
Yeah.
This is in December 19, 2022. You can see the songs that she made, but then people start looking up December 19, 2022. It coincided with a 4-game Titans losing streak while Mike Vrabel was the head coach. Since this became public about 22 hours ago, yesterday, the Spotify playlist has been taken down on Diana Rossini's Spotify playlist.
Yeah, but I appreciate that. And if I have 4 bad shows in a row, make me a playlist. I like that. That's nice support.
You want Solana to make you a playlist?
I want anyone to make me a playlist. I'm not judging who makes the playlist and what happens. She's a friend. They're more than friend. I don't know. I honestly don't care. I'm telling you, this isn't even BS. I don't care about Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel. I just don't.
Is this the most famous Diana Rossini's ever been?
Has to be.
Oh,
has
sure.
to be. I mean, by a mile.
Yeah. It's weird, but this is the social media world we're in.
This is the world we live in.
I can make you a better playlist than she made, Mike Rabel.
Nobody makes a better playlist than me. Nobody.
Your playlist is just like 80s top hits.
Yeah, no, I still have all my cassettes for whatever mood you're in. I can still regurgitate one from the 80s. Like, I've got the best mixtapes. The best.
Do y'all know what you know what their playlist led to? We headed that way?
Well, I don't know. This one seemed to be dedicated towards getting him out of a coaching rut.
Well, I don't know. The first song on the playlist was Cuff It by Beyonce, which happens to be really funny. But I will say, Diana Rossini, Game Recognizes Game. Last Resort by Papa Roach was on this playlist.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Did we ever give that to DBJ?
Yes.
Did we? Yeah. All right, let's do headlines real quick because I want to get to Clay Ferrero. I want to get him caught up in a sex scandal. Headlines are brought to you by Durrell Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Durrell Kia. Visit them at Durrell Kia or DurrellKia.com.
How about this for NFL news? The Jets are hosting Russell Wilson, or they did host Russell Wilson for a visit yesterday, and they're considering him to be their backup quarterback behind Geno Smith.
Interesting.
He'll have a job until he doesn't want to play anymore.
Somebody texts in, where was this energy for the former Celtics, now Rockets coach? I'm just saying. That was a completely different situation. That was somebody in the workplace using their workplace power over another subordinate, and it got nasty and ugly. It's the same thing with the Michigan coach. Like, this is just two adults having what appears to be an extramarital affair. There doesn't seem to be any flexing of power over one another, coercion over one another, so completely different.
I'm just reading here, just some local news. It's not sports related, but there's a wildfire along Tamiami Trail. I'm just looking at the video. It seems pretty intense. So if you're seeing a bunch of smoke as you're driving in Southwest Miami-Dade, that's why. There's like a giant wildfire that's happening right now, impacting parts of Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
By the way, ladies out there, if I do give you a playlist and the first song is Noche de Sixto, I'm looking for action. Because my stuff is straight filth.
Hawk throwing filth.
Had to throw Noche de Sixto in the mix, huh?
Somebody texted it in. It was a good joke.
I can't listen to Noche de Sexo anymore, which was a banger.
I can imagine. You have to be scarred for life.
Anytime that song comes on, anytime I go out, I cringe. Yeah. I want to go home.
Yeah.
You guys ruined. You guys ruined that song for me.
You ruined that song for you.
We didn't make that song.
All right. Los Marlins are going to play tonight. That'll be a 10:10 p.m. first pitch. Listen to the game here on WQAM.
Shohei pitching for the Dodgers. Jansen Junk for the Fish.
And then your NBA schedule tonight. The Celtics can close out the Sixers. It's game 5. It's in Boston. That's a 7 p.m. start time. The Hawks and the Knicks, that series is tied at 2 apiece. It'll tip off at 8 p.m. And then the Spurs, they're going to try to close out the Blazers back at home. Wemby had a big game 4. That'll be a 9:30 p.m. tip-off tonight in San Antonio.
And, of course, the big news, Dan Radakovich, athletic director at University of Miami, made it official today. Hurricanes tweeted out, "Thank you for everything, Dan. After a legendary run, Miami athletic director Dan Radakovich is retiring June 1st from a college football playoff national championship appearance to record-breaking GPAs and a 94% graduation rate. He's leaving the U, having made a tremendous impact."
All right, guys, your weather in South Florida right now, it is 84 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the mid to low 70s. This weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right, Clay Ferrero is going to join us in the next segment. Talk a little Heat, talk a little Dolphins, talk a little prime rib, talk a little Holmes rib sandwich, whatever you want to talk about. We'll talk about with Clay.
If your garage door is outdated, damaged, or not hurricane ready, don't wait. You gotta call Allied Doors. They are the best service South Florida since 1966 now. That's 60 years of trusted family-owned service. They are the best. I know y'all have them in your neighborhood. If you're the people, beautiful home, keep your yard nice, and you have them garbage garage doors. You can't be that way. They have a huge in-stock inventory, same-day service, custom impact rated, built to protect and upgrade your home fast. You gotta call Allied Doors today. Don't ignore your garage doors and the LiftMaster openers. The industry-leading LiftMaster openers, I'm telling you, with my personal home, my wife's investment properties, the LiftMasters, it doesn't take 45 minutes to get the door up. It doesn't make all that noise. They are built to perform. You have to call Allied Doors today, 954-942-8550. Or visit allied-doors.com. Mention this ad, you get $300 off. We're going to watch out for you and upgrade your house. Get ready for hurricane season. Don't wait. Call Allied Doors today.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Crowder, how many booms would you give today's show?
I'm not booming nothing.